Hi. 20 minutes into a second chance at love. Here's my 20-minute thoughts. This is my hair that desperately needs to be washed after I take a nap. That's what it looks like. As you guys know, that's what it looks like most of the time. So, anyway, um, I what I like so far is that I love seeing Eric LaSalle and Gloria Rubin together. Well, they're not. We haven't really seen them together yet, but they are playing divorced parents of the lady whose name I forget, who was in Deliver. Was it Delivered by Christmas? It's such a great Christmas movie from like not last year, but the year before. Um, I think it was the year before, and she wants them both to like find people. Like I guess dad has found people, but he never stays in a committed relationship. Mom is very committed to her career as a she's like a professor at like a dance college, and the first time that we see her, she walks in and she's wearing this fabulous outfit that I will put a picture of right here, and I was like, oh my god, those pants are fabulous. Like they look so comfortable. I would love to wear an outfit like that someday. Anyway, maybe I will. So yeah, so her husband, who's adorable. Got to snap a picture of him. Hopefully, I do that and I'll put it right here. Otherwise, I'm just pointing at nothing. He's so cute. I don't know that he's been in anything yet. I'm gonna have to look him up. But his eyes, his eyelashes, oh my goodness, he's adorable. She's beautiful. Like, but whatever her name is, which I will have probably already told you guys in a caption. So, um, the only thing that's confusing, and so he develops apps. That's what his job is. So he's got this dating app that is like some sort of blind dating app or something, and so she convinces dad and mom to get on the app. It takes mom a lot more convincing because mom is settled into life with grandma, who's played by this lady who's been in a ton of stuff, and I love her. But now grandma's dating. Like that's gonna be. I think that's gonna be me. Like grandma is like having this like date with this dude, and they're eating Chinese food and playing cards, and grandma's got to be like 70 plus, right? I would imagine. And I'm like, I'm thinking that's when I'm gonna finally like have a boyfriend. Is I'll be like in my 70s and we'll be playing cards and eating takeout, and I'm okay with that. Like just the idea that it might come at some point, even if it's 20 plus years from now. Whatever. Grandma's giving me hope. So the only thing that was like weird, there was a weird scene where her husband is at like at the mall, and he's at some kiosk, like one of the kiosks in the middle of the mall, and this lady is trying to reach something. She's like, "Can you help me?" And then he pulls it down for her, and she's like, "Thanks." And they almost have like this moment of like chemistry or something, which is odd because it's a Hallmark movie. And then he walks away and he even like looks back, and I'm like, I don't understand yet why this scene is in the movie unless something is going to happen where he feels like she's not paying enough attention to him, because he already, like, you can already tell there's this little bit of static because mom keeps coming over to their house. Like they've had a scene where he like was like, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and go to bed, I thought we were gonna spend time together, kind of thing. And I think I feel like I read something in the like what this was going to be about, that maybe he wants to talk about having kids but she's not ready to talk about it or something. So I don't know, I don't know what that scene was, and now it's just bothering me because now I want to see why that scene was in there, because it was just, they seem very happy and stuff, but I don't know. Anyway, confusing. I'll let you know if that turns into. I can't. I'm always doing this. I've already talked like 4.5 minutes, and I'm 20 minutes in the movie, so the rest of this is gonna have to be quick. The rest of my review. So I'm gonna go back to it. I'm back. I'm using my massage chair thing. It's not a chair, but it's a thing you put in your chair and it massages you, and it feels so good. I need this. Anyway, there was just a part of this movie that just made me smile like a lot. Um, so the premise is that the mom and dad meet on this blind date. That's obviously not a spoiler because you can find that out from the thing. Anyway, um, they they're accidentally on this date together because they picked each other on this dating app, and then they dance after they eat some dinner. They're like, let's just eat dinner, and it's like, they're okay, fine. And then they dance because they always used to like to dance, and then they come back to her place, and then they sit on the couch and watch a movie, and then they fall asleep, and then they wake up in the morning, and her mom's like, what's that noise downstairs? And she's like, just go back to bed, mom, I'm up early cleaning. And he's like, yeah, okay, let me sneak out of like my old house. And then he like quickly gives her a kiss on the cheek, and it's like so cute. And I was trying to take pictures of like what they looked like when that was happening, but it was like super blurry, so I apologize, but it just made me smile. It's like it's always nice to see, people who are like my age, older than I am, having like, now I have to go look and see how old they are. Um, but they're my contemporaries, like having a romance. So good job on that part, Hallmark. Anyway, I'm gonna go back and watch it. It's pretty cute. I'm like 45 minutes in. So anyway, I'll be back. Okay, so um, the so Eric LaSalle and Gloria Rubin break up, because you have to, like, whenever people are together, you got to break them up real quick and before we can get them back together at the end. And it's the daughters, it's the anniversary, and a lot of the like stuff between the daughter and her husband seems a little bit like manufactured. Like I buy the relationship between Gloria Rubin and Eric LaSalle better than I'm buying the relationship between the daughter and her husband. But it's their anniversary. It's been coming up, and I think I already mentioned that like he wants kids, but I don't know if he's really verbalized that, because at one point he says, "I don't think we're ready," and she says, "Ready for what?" And he says, "Exactly." And I'm like, "Have you told her that you want kids and you want to move on?" Or I don't know. Anyway, so she books them a room at a resort, and it's all about being for lovers, and the lady who takes them to their room is like being very much like, this is all for lovers, and da 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 da. And like she brought her mom with her, so her mom's just kind of standing in the doorway, and the lady's like, I'll show you to your room. So I get that she didn't want her mom to be lonely, but like you don't want to bring your mom to something like this. I mean, I've gone on vacation when I had my mom. Like, I can remember my ex-husband and I going places and like taking my mom, but it wasn't because it was a we weren't going on a romantic getaway, and this is supposed to specifically be a romantic getaway. Like, there's rose petals on the bed and all this shit. But mom shouldn't have agreed to go. So this is as much about uh, it's so odd because it's kind of like mom is clingy in, like, there's a scene where she goes to go to her daughter's house, and grandma's like, well, you must be going to your daughter's house because that's the only place you ever go. And then mom was like, oh, okay, well, I'm not going to do that because I do seem cleaning. But then also there was a time where they met for lunch and mom was too busy to talk to her. So it's a weird dynamic there. But I get it as a mom who's a single mom who doesn't date, like, kind of being like, well, I have my kid, so I don't miss that as much, I think, as I would if I didn't have a kid. So, like, I can totally relate to that. But still, if my kid and a mate were going on a romantic vacation and they were like, do you want to come? I would be like, no. Like, I'll be home watching Hallmark movies, doing what I normally do, which is watching Hallmark movies, taking walks, and taking a nap, as opposed to like tagging along with you guys for that. So, anyway, that's just weird. Um, but I still like it. Like, I like this movie. I'm glad I watched it. But again, I think the thing that bugs me the most is the relationship. As much as I like the lead actress, whose name I constantly keep forgetting, and as much as I like the guy playing her husband, and I hope to see him again in more stuff, um, their relationship to me is like, we have to have some kind of problems because there has to be conflict, kind of thing. So I don't know, whatever. But it's fine. I'm still enjoying it. Really, truly enjoying a romance between two people that are older than I am on Hallmark. So yeah, okay, back to it. Okay, so I wasn't a child of divorced parents. My parents stayed married. So maybe this is something that divorced parents, kids of divorced parents, could relate to. Because she just said she spent so much time like wanting them to be happy, like ever since they got divorced. They said something in the very beginning, like I remember the day my dad left, and then I went from being this carefree princess to wanting to make sure everybody was okay. So in that, I think is probably pretty like, I wouldn't imagine that that is very universal. Like, my parents didn't have a perfect marriage by any stretch of the imagination, and I was very, very close to my mom, and I can relate to that feeling of wanting your parents to be happy, even if it's they're not divorced. So I guess that makes what she's doing to her marriage like not paying enough, and she's saying that she feels like she needs to get them settled and happy, and that she's not living her own life, she's more still focused on their stuff. So I mean, that's could be legit, as opposed to, I mean, since I had said it seems like it's all, I'm not getting it, but maybe it's just that it's not, it would be more, maybe more relatable to me if I came from a divorced family. I, I'm used to, because with my kid, I don't see my kid having that sort of thing. Everybody's situation is different. So anyway, I'm gonna go back to it. Good job, Hallmark. Loved the movie. 5 stars. 5 stars because Gloria Reuben and Eric LaSalle are so good. The rest, anything else that like, bugged me or whatever, I don't even care. Worth it, 1,000,000%. Especially if you ever used to watch ER, watch this movie, because those two are great. 5 stars. Okay. Again, a happy ending. Of course, it's a Hallmark movie. Um, I have nothing else to say. Watch the movie. Okay. Thanks for listening. How many times did I say okay? Okay. All right. Okay.